Joined now by the head coach of the Anteaters, Russ Turner. Russ, I was just saying on the air, this kind of felt like an opponent that UC Irvine could be seeing in Big West play, and to be able to beat this team by 13 points tonight in a game that I know it felt a lot closer than that for much of the second half. But what's your takeaway from what you were able to see from your squad in this game?
Well, I'm pleased with our team's overall performance because I thought we were competitive and locked in on the defensive end, and we had a good game plan like we often do, and our guys showed some resilience in executing it. I thought our defense set the tone for really the first, 30 minutes of the game. And then we had a little period in there where we didn't take good care of the ball, gave them a bunch of easy shots, and they got confident. We've got to get better in those situations. So we're a long way from being a finished product, but I'm pleased for us to come out and get a win like this in a game where our competitive level was good. That's the thing that I'm most excited about. I mean, hey, we made our threes, 7 out of 13 compared to 2 out of 13 for them. That's something we know we've got to do. We've got to shoot the ball better. We've got to defend the three better. So we did those things.
I thought a couple of things that jumped out to me tonight. One, you closed the game on a 13-3 run. When things got dicey there at the end, you were able to finish strong. And you're also shorthanded tonight. No John Edgar Jr. We didn't see Austin Johnson in the second half. How impressed were you with your team's ability to kind of weather that storm where you went 9.5 minutes where you only scored 5 points and still found a way to close out?
Well, I'm impressed that we did it. I mean, that's what I expect out of this group. You know, I try to build this team by creating roles where everybody needs to be ready. Yeah. And tonight, that's obvious with John Edgar out. Aiden Krause came in, he plays a great game, never even took a shot. You know, he had a defensive presence, had a rebounding and toughness presence. I'm pleased with that. And he's got the confidence to make free throws at the end of the game. That's big for us. I thought that even all the guys, Devin Cole was good. Jerron made a couple big plays on the offensive end. I didn't think he was as locked in on defense and with his rebounding as I expect him to be. But that's good. And then Dean Keeler was like a superstar tonight in terms of the energy that he gave our team just by coming in and doing the things that we ask him to do and the things that we work on doing. I'm really pleased with him. I think he's got a really bright future because he's got a good brain for the game and he's just really determined to make himself good. In that way, I'd like for some of our veterans to be more of that. Austin Johnson was good, really good in his first 2 minutes. You know, he made a big rebound play, which is one of the keys to him being good, and then he beat a shot up and then unfortunately turned his ankle over. I think he's going to be fine. But when that happens, everybody's got to be ready, and that's what I saw tonight, so that's something we can build on.
We saw Yasu Worku have a poor shooting game, but still did a lot of other things well tonight. I want to talk about Colin Velp, though, because he clearly was the star. 17 points for you, really good shooting the three. How much of a factor is it for your team offensively to be able to have that guy that you can depend on? And right now it looks like Colin is that answer for you on offense much of the evening.
Yeah, I mean, Colin is a difference maker offensively. There isn't any question about that. And he gives us a guy who can stretch the floor and really challenges the other team's bigs because of how aggressively we run the rim in transition. So he's a problem for people. And I know teams are going to really work to take that away. What we've got to get to is where we're good playing around that. And we have a power game that we begin with Tommy and Brad, and then we have a stretch game when Colin comes in. I didn't think his post-ups were very good tonight. I thought we had a lot of soft post-ups. I'm surprised at that. You know, we've got to be determined to bully teams on the interior and force foul calls. And I didn't think we did a good job of that tonight against their fronting and then against their physical post-up one-on-one play in the second half. Those are things we're going to keep getting better at, I think. And all these guys on my team want to be good. We just got to keep fighting and see if we can get a little bit better.
Just one more non-conference game left. UC Irvine will go to Harvard next week. I'm just curious, Russ, what are your thoughts about where this team is right now? Sitting at 8-7, we've seen you look really good at times, struggle at others. I'm just curious, what's your take on the first 15 games?
Well, none of us likes being 8-7, and I think a little bit of that is just being spoiled off of what we did last year, and I'm really fighting that feeling myself a little bit, but also in our team. You know, it's hard to win. It's hard to – I mean, Pacific's 12-3, and we beat them tonight. We beat them pretty much wire to wire. So I know this team has a chance to be good, but I see us choose too often to be less than that. And I hope that we can just focus on how good we can be and stay determined and driven to try to find that out because, that's the funnest part about competing at a high level like this. I mean, we're going to go into conference play after our next game. That's a fresh restart. It was important for us to win tonight. And now we got a tough road challenge to go take on at Harvard. This was like a league game tonight. The level of game that Harvard's going to be is like a league championship type game, I think. We just got to keep fighting through the difficult times we got because nobody's really fully formed on that with our team. We don't really battle the adversity that we face sometimes the way I expect that we'll grow to. But I know everybody on my team wants to get better. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't want to be too excited, but I think we got a chance.
Well, a good step tonight, getting a 13-point win at home against Pacific. Russ, congrats on the victory. Thanks for the time, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, thanks. Happy New Year to you, and thanks for all the fans who were listening and those that were here tonight.